the speed of John and Max are 30 kilometers per hour and 40 kilometers per hour respectively. Okay, and initially Max is at a place L. Max is here and John is here. So two people are standing. This is place L and M, correct? So this is John and this is Max. Now the distance between L and M is 650 kilometers. So this distance you know is 650 kilometers. Now John started his journey 3 hours earlier than Max to meet each other. If they meet each other at a place P, somewhere between L and M, okay, so they are meeting at a place P, somewhere between L and M, then find the distance between L and N, which is 80 kilometers away from the point P. Now what you have to first understand here is that, see, it is given that Max is traveling at 30 kilometers per hour and this person is traveling at 40 kilometers per hour. Now if I assume that both of these people, no, there is a distance, two people are meeting at the center, okay, they are meeting at a center of this distance. Let us say this is 700, okay. So if these two people are meeting at, this total length is 700 and there are two people who are meeting at the exact center. So that means this distance is 350. This distance is 350, right? And if I say this is a point P and I have a point N, which is 80 meters away from P, right? Now again, see, if I need to have a point N like this, I need to know which direction it is, right? Is it here or is it here? Is that given in the question? It is not given, okay? See, if N was here, then I know the distance of L from N is so much. If N is here, then this is the distance between L and N. So which side is not given in the question? So right away you should say it is cannot be determined. Okay, now here they are meeting at some point here. Okay, now again they are not going to meet at the center because this person is already traveling for 3 hours and then they are meeting somewhere here. And this point N can either be here or here. If it is here, there will be one distance. If it is here, there will be another distance. So you don't need to do any calculation here. Just by looking at the question, you should say it is cannot be determined. If the direction is given, then you can solve it, right? Let us say if the direction is given here on this side, then you solve it accordingly. Okay, with the given information, definitely you will be able to solve. How will you solve it? See, John is starting 3 hours earlier than Max. So in this 3 hours, how much distance will John travel? John will travel 30 into 3 or 90 kilometers John would have traveled. Now what is the distance now between John and, let us say John has come to this point, okay, in 3 hours. So John is traveling and John is traveling at 30 kilometers per hour. So he is reaching a point somewhere here. He has traveled a distance of 90 kilometers. Now the distance between the two people is 650 minus 90, or that is equal to 560 kilometers. And you know their relative speeds, correct? 30 plus 40. So that is the time in which they will meet. So 560 divided by 70, or I can say they will meet in 8 hours. So just find out in 8 hours time what is the distance traveled by each person. And based on where N is given, you can find out. Okay. Here you cannot find out because N can be on either of the sides.